while the mixture is resting for 15 minutes, I get ready for my next step of dry ingredients. I put 7 cups of wheat flour into a bowl, and then I put 4 tablespoons of gluten flour into that bowl and mix it up. Then I add 1 cup of rolled oats. Now I add rolled oats because it's the only way I can get my family to eat oatmeal, so this is an optional ingredient. I also take this time to spray and prep my pans to get ready for when they're made into loaves. So now, it's going to get loud here in just a few minutes, but pay attention to what is on the side of the screen, because we will have all the instructions sitting on the side of the screen next to this picture. But what you do is you turn your mixer on after the 15 minutes is over. You turn it on to get the dough beat back down. After I beat the dough down, then I put in my second step of dry ingredients in a little at a time. I put it in, let it mix, and then I put it some more in and let it mix until it's all incorporated in. So we're going to do that. Now at this point I have put in all 7 cups of flour plus that was mixed with my oatmeal. You want to make sure that the dough just pulls away from the sides, but yet it's still sticky. And so it should look something about like this. If it doesn't look like that and it's still kind of runny or sticky, you can add about 1 cup of flour a little at a time until the dough begins to pull away. So we're going to turn this on to high for 10 minutes and let it knead. Now earlier I said that the Bosch is nice because you have your hands free. That is true. However, you need to stay close to the vicinity of the Bosch, because sometimes it's going so fast and the dough starts to climb that you might have to push the dough back down into the mixer, or the machine might start to walk. So we're going to start our kneading process for 10 minutes. So after the kneading process, I'm going to spray my countertop with oil, cooking spray. I have found that using cooking spray on the counter makes the dough a lot more manageable than using flour. Some people like to put flour on their countertop, but I like the oil. So I'm going to put it on the countertop and roll it in the oil to get it kind of covered with the oil so it doesn't stick to my hands as much. And then I'm just going to elongate it by using my hands. And as you can see, I'm pushing it out to the ends, and I'm making like a tunnel with my hands so that the bread dough fits nicely in that tunnel. And what that does is it helps me to make even loaves, as well as loaves that will fit into my pans. It gives them plenty of rising room, and so I elongate it like that and get it to where it's pretty even all the way down, where my hands just fit over it. Then I pull the ends together, and I just with my hands pinch it in half, set half of it to the side. I then take this half, and because dough moves a little bit, I'm going to do this again and make sure that it fits really nice under my hands. And I'm going to cut that in half again, and that gives me 2 loaves. So I'm going to take this loaf and just pinch the ends, bring them down over to the bottom and pinch them shut, because we don't want that to be a bubble. And then I usually roll it and pinch it shut. This is going to be your bottom. Don't be afraid to slap and pat the dough and get it to where it's a nice form of a loaf. And then I put it in the pan. And then I make sure that it fills the complete, kind of press it, make sure it fills the complete pan. much like that, and then I set it on top of my stove to rise for 25 minutes. Okay, so after baking in the oven at 375 for 25 minutes, you take it out of the oven and thump the bottom, and if it sounds hollow, then it's done. Then spray at the top with vegetable spray. This softens the crust. And after sitting for a few minutes, I remove it from the pan and set it on its side. Sitting it on its side allows for it to cool without the pressure of the top weighing down on the rest of the bread loaf and maybe mashing the bread. I have come to love baking bread. It's part of my weekly routine. I also enjoy when the kids smell the aroma throughout the house and come and ask if they can have a slice. I hope that not only am I giving my family a healthy food, but I'm also creating great memories. As you can see, one simple recipe, 4 different types of bread. This is Kelly Stockford, your Savvy Redhead. I urge you to get brave and take the plunge and come on over to the Savvy side of life. It's 4 different kinds of bread. This is Kelly Stockford, your Savvy Redhead.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna be ready?